We're back. This time we got our Wave 14 ships. So I'm gonna jump right in and take a look at the ISS Avenger. Here we have our NX-class dial for the Mirror Universe ship. Exactly the same as the standard Universe NX-class. Very maneuverable little guy, not too terribly fast. Here we have our Terran NX-class maneuver card. You can see there, pretty maneuverable, not very speedy. That 2 white come about though is what really makes the ship. There we have our ISS Avenger Mirror Universe Unique. 2 attack, 3 agility, 3 hull, no shields. You have a tech upgrade, a weapon upgrade, 2 crew upgrades for 16 points. Have evasive, target lock, scan, and battle station. And our ability is during the roll attack dice step, if there's an auxiliary power token beside your ship, gain +2 attack dice when attacking with your primary weapon. Kind of a cool one. Harder to get the auxiliary because I think the only thing on the dial that's a red maneuver are the 3 turns and come about. But there's other upgrades and things that can give you that auxiliary token, so good way to make use of that. Bumps you up to a 4 attack. It is a little light on the attack. Definitely going to be leaning towards secondary weapons most of the time on this one. We have our generic Terran NX-class. You don't actually lose any stats. You're losing the weapon and one of the crew upgrades for 16 points. This one really hurts on the generic because of such a low attack value. You're going to be relying on secondary weapons, and it doesn't have a secondary weapon slot, so definitely think over the generic you're going to be looking at some of the other Mirror Universe ships if you're building a fleet. Don't see this one getting used too terribly much. For captains, we have Black. Captain skill of 5, 1 elite talent for 3 points. As an action, you can perform a sensor echo action with a 1 maneuver template, even if your ship's cloaked or not cloaked, or does not have a sensor echo icon on its action bar. Each time you defend this round during the modified defense dice step, you may re-roll one of your blank results, place an auxiliary power token beside your ship. This is one of those ways to get a auxiliary power token on this ship. You can see him being useful on other ships too. Being able to perform that sensor echo maneuver is nice. Black also has an Admiral version of himself. Gives you a +1 to your captain skill, 1 elite talent for 3 points. And his action there becomes a fleet action, which is always nice. Next up we have Soval. Captain skill of 4, 1 elite talent for 3 points. His ability is you do not pay faction penalties when deploying upgrades to your ship. Very nice. You can pretty much throw anything on there unless the ones that have specific ship restrictions on them, and not have to worry about that extra penalty point. Next up we have Gardner. Captain skill of 3 for 2 points. His ability is as an action, when attacking with your primary weapon, during the roll attack dice step, gain +1 attack die this round. Each time you defend this round during the roll defense dice step, roll -1 defense dice. You cannot perform any free actions this round. Has its usefulness, -1 defense die every time you defend for a +1 to your primary attack. It's rough, but this ship has more agility than most ships anyway, so losing that 1 die isn't terribly detrimental. Can definitely see its usefulness in situations where you're not going to be shot at anyway if you're outside of fire arcs. Not bad, definitely useful in certain situations. Gardner also has an Admiral version of himself. Gives you +0 to your captain skill, 2 points, but you do gain that ability as a fleet action. And lastly, our Mirror Universe generic captain. It's a Tellarite this time. Captain skill of 1, 0 points. Our elite talent this time around is Sabotage. It's unique. 4 points. As an action, you can discard this card to target a ship at range 1 to 3. Target ship must disable 2 active shields if possible. If the target ship has no active shields, or this action causes the ship to have no active shields, place an auxiliary power token beside the targeted ship. Very nice, knocks out a couple shields and gives you that chance at giving somebody a power token. If you can completely disable their shields and give them that auxiliary power token, or can really cripple somebody. For crew upgrades, we have the Orion Tactical Officer. 2 points. If you damage an opponent's hull with a critical, you may immediately discard this card to search the damage deck for a weapons malfunction or munitions failure card instead of drawing a random card and then reshuffle the deck. No ship can be equipped with more than one Orion Tactical Officer upgrade, though it isn't unique, so you can put one on each of your ships if you have them, which is kind of nice. Been a big thing lately with these cards that allow you to choose the damage card instead of drawing it randomly. For 2 points, given that the 2 cards you get to choose from there definitely can make or break a game, and a 2 point isn't that much to invest in it, so definitely worth looking into. Next up, we have Andorian Helmsman for 2 points. During the combat phase, after you complete your attack, you may discard this card to immediately perform a 1 or 2 maneuvers, straight or bank. If you do so, place an auxiliary power token beside your ship. No ship can have more than one Andorian Helmsman upgrade. A cool way to get a little bit extra maneuverability. I like the fact that it's after you attack, you can move. So you may be able to move in, fire, and then move out of someone's fire arc, depending. It's also another way to get an auxiliary power token on the ship, which works in with the named variant of the ship. Unfortunately, it does it after you fire, so it won't help you till the next turn, but the option's there. For our weapon upgrades, we have photonic torpedoes. 2 points, 4 attack dice, range 2 to 3. Spend your target lock and disable this card to perform the action, and it can be fired from your front or rear arc. Little less powerful than your standard photon torpedoes, they're missing the extra ability in the middle there. Also a little cheaper points wise though. Pretty nice overall. 2 points to double the attack power of the ship. Could be worth it. Next we have plasma cannons. 2 points. Attack of 3, range 1 to 3. Disable this card to perform the attack. Can be fired from your front or rear arc. Nice 3 attack die rear facing attack that doesn't have to require a target lock. Definitely nice. It's even a little bit stronger than the ship's main attack, which is kind of funny. The ability you can fire it out the front or rear is definitely nice though. Definitely an upgrade. It'd be a toss-up between taking this and the photonic torpedoes. I think overall this is better because it only takes the 1 action to re-enable. You're not having to re-enable and get a target lock. For tech upgrades, we have enhanced hull plating for 4 points. During the roll defense dice step of the combat phase, if your ship is not cloaked and you have no active shields, you may add up to 2 evasive results to your defense roll. If you do so, place an auxiliary power token by your ship for each evasive that you added through this upgrade. This upgrade can only be purchased for a mirror universe ship with a hull value of 4 or less. You cannot deploy more than 1 enhanced hull plating to a ship. Kind of nice. The ship doesn't have any shields to start with, so you're always going to have it available. 2 extra evasive maneuvers at the cost of 2 auxiliary power tokens isn't horrible on this ship, being that most of your maneuvers are green or white anyway, and having that auxiliary power token is going to give you that extra +2 attack dice. So definitely a nice one there. Next we have emergency bulkheads for 4 points. As an action, to disable this card to flip all critical damage cards assigned to your ship face down. If your ship is not cloaked and you have no active shields, each time you defend this round, roll +1 defense dice. Comes with one of our reminder tokens for use with emergency bulkheads. +1 defense dice for the entire turn at the cost of an action might even be worth 2 points on its own, I'd say. The ability to wipe all your critical damages out definitely is a nice perk to this one. The fact that it's a disable and reusable is also nice. 4 points seems a little steep, but when you figure everything in there, it's definitely worth it. I can see this getting a lot of use on a larger ship like the Regency 1, or something with a lot of hull on there that you can keep using to knock out those criticals and then use some other kind of card to slowly repair yourself, but keeps all those criticals from affecting you in the meantime. So the rest of the expansion, you got target lock K2 this time around. Got our fleet action token, the 2 admiral tokens, have 2 disable tokens, 2 evasive maneuver tokens, a scan and battle station token, and then our critical hit and auxiliary power token. We have 2 additional rules cards, one for the admirals and another one for the Mirror Universe faction. Gone over them many times, I'm not going to bother doing it again. The mission this time around is Rebel Attack. This is from the episode where this ship actually showed up at Enterprise. They were attacked by Rebel fleet. I haven't actually read through the mission, but in the episode, the crew of the Enterprise had actually found a Constitution class ship called the Defiant, which they came in at the last minute and rescued the Avenger with, before turning on it and killing it eventually, but definitely was a cool episode. The model itself is the exact same one that we got for the NX-class Enterprise. Nothing different at all. You can see all the detail in the Aztec plating and stuff on there. You just need a wash to bring it out. As with all the other ships. Kind of disappointed that they didn't put the Mirror Universe logos on it. Still a cool model though. I really do like this class of ship, even if most people didn't much care for the show it came from. There you have our ISS Avenger base. 90-degree front and rear arcs. And the generic Terran NX-class. Overall, it's a pretty cool expansion. I like the episode this was from. I hope this means that we're going to be getting an ISS Defiant here soon. Not the Defiant class one that most people think of from Deep Space Nine. But there was an ISS Defiant that was a Constitution class that appeared in the same episode as this ship. So hopefully we'll see that soon with a Mirror Universe crew from Enterprise, the TV show there. That was definitely one of my favorite episodes of that show. Anyway, you got a lot of variety in here for Mirror Universe faction. We got our first couple admirals, I believe, for the Mirror Universe. Not sure. There might have been one on Regency. I can't remember now. I think the Worf Regent actually was an admiral, but I'm not sure on that one. Have to look that back up. Pulse cannons and photonic torpedoes are kind of a nice thing. The emergency bulkheads and hull plating are kind of nice. Hull plating is limited to what ships you can put it on, but definitely a useful card. All in all, a pretty well-rounded expansion. Good cards all around, whether you're playing Mirror Universe Pure Faction or mixing and matching. Definitely a lot to offer here. Worth picking up one. The downside I see if you do pick up a multiple is that you're going to be running that generic version of the NX class, which I just don't see as being all that effective. It really needs a weapon slot. There are cards out there that can grant you that weapon slot, which might make it a little more useful, but definitely worth getting one. Not completely sold on more than that, though. Anyway, that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.